All right, let's talk about generative AI. Today, we're diving into a platform that's trying to be the ultimate creative command center for all things AI. It's called Pollo AI.
So if you're a creator, you definitely know the drill, right? You've got one tab open for your AI video tool, another for images, maybe even a third one for creating avatars. It's just tab chaos. It gets super messy and fast. Well, this is exactly the problem Pollo AI is stepping in to solve. The whole idea is to be a one-stop shop for AI visual creation. It pulls all those different tools, video, image, avatars, into one single workspace on the web.
Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at the whole all-in-one AI hub idea. Then, what can it actually do? We'll check out the workflow for creators, figure out who this is really for, and wrap up by asking if this is, a new creative center for the future.
All right, first up, the all-in-one AI hub. The big idea here is bringing all the best AI models together in one spot.
So Pollo AI's mission is pretty interesting. They're not trying to build every single AI model from the ground up. Nope. Instead, their whole goal is to bring all the best AI video and image models out there into one streamlined platform. It's kind of like a universal remote for AI creation, you know?
Okay, so what can you actually do with this thing? Let's pop the hood and take a tour of the platform's core functions. First and foremost, video generation is at the heart of Pollo AI. You can do the classic text to video, of course, but you can also bring a still image to life with image to video, or completely change the look of an existing video with restyling. One really cool thing is the reference to video feature, which helps you keep a character or an object consistent across different scenes. And on top of that, it's got specialized tools for AI animation, shorts, and even generating music videos.
Then, of course, you have image generation. And yeah, it does all the basics like text to image. But the real power here is the access it gives you. Think about it. This is a game changer because you can jump between the unique styles of Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and DALL-E, all without having to manage a bunch of different accounts and interfaces. Plus, and this is huge, it gives you access to over 2,000 specialized LoRa models. Just think of those as super specific style filters for, I don't know, anything from anime to hyperrealism. It gives you an insane amount of control.
And it doesn't stop with just video and images. You can also create these incredibly lifelike talking avatars. All you do is upload a single photo, give it a script or an audio file, and bam, the AI creates a speaking avatar with really impressive realistic lip sync and movement. And just to sweeten the deal, Pollo AI throws in a library of over 150 viral AI effects. You know the ones I'm talking about. Want to get that beautiful Ghibli art style? Or maybe try that AI muscle generator thing? These are basically one-click, ready-made tools to just instantly transform your creations.
Okay, so we've seen all the cool stuff it can do, but what's it actually like to use it? Let's walk through the creator workflow. The whole process is actually pretty straightforward, and it's all about iteration. So first, you pick your mode. Are you doing text to video, image to image, whatever? Second, you give it your inputs, your prompt, your image, your reference video. Next, you tweak the settings, aspect ratio, how long it should be, the style. Then you hit generate. And finally, and this is probably the most important part, you iterate. You go back, you tweak your prompts, you change the settings, and you keep refining until you get what you want.
And this quote really nails it. It's the heartbeat of the platform. Generate, inspect, tweak, regenerate. Honestly, this is the core of working with any generative AI tool right now. It's not about getting that perfect result on that very first try. It's all about the process, about refining your idea through that constant loop. So who is actually using this? Who is it built for? Let's break down the main audiences. Okay, so Pollo AI's user base really breaks down into three big groups. About half are individual creators and marketers, people who need to crank out social media clips or animate a static product shot, like yesterday. Then you've got teams, who are all about creating consistent, repeatable workflows. And finally, a pretty significant chunk are developers and builders, the folks who are plugging directly into the platform's backend. And for that developer group, the API is literally everything. I love this analogy from the source material. If the UI is the kitchen, the API is the supply line. It's perfect, right? It just means developers can bypass the friendly user interface and programmatically tap into all of Pollo AI's generative power to build their own apps and services on top of it. So where does Pollo AI fit in a landscape with all the other big names? This chart gives you a pretty good idea. You've got tools like Runway, which is really aimed at creative professionals with advanced editing tools. Then there's Pika, which is very much social media and app first. But Pollo AI really carves out its niche as that multi-mode hub that serves creators, teams, and developers.
And of course, we gotta talk about pricing. Pollo AI runs on a credit-based system. There's a free tier, which is awesome for just playing around and exploring, but just be aware your creations are gonna have a watermark. Once you jump to a paid tier, you get more credits, you unlock more advanced features, you get commercial use rights, and, the big one for most people, you get those clean, watermark-free exports.
So after all that, let's step back and look at the big picture. What does a platform like this mean for the future of how we create? Is this really a new kind of creative center?
I think this is the key takeaway. Pollo AI isn't really positioning itself as just another tool. It's aiming to be a generator hub. The entire design philosophy is about reducing friction and bringing everything together so you can spend less time juggling apps and more time, actually creating stuff. And that really brings us to a huge, fascinating question about the future. As all these AI tools keep getting better and better, what's the end game? Is it one single perfect tool that does absolutely everything? Or is it a central hub that cleverly connects all the best specialized tools? Pollo AI is obviously making a massive bet on that second path.